Starting out in Daralen, we lost. When we resurge going to Zooland, reconnecting with our allies with the DYB. So, in today's video, you're going to hear from the DYB leaders on how the things progress here in our season 3. Because now we have succeeded to take the victory for season 3. So today we got 3 people joining us. We will have Danny, Murdy, and Touki. They are part of the leadership here in DYB. What is up, guys? Introduce yourselves.
Hey man,
Hi.
thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks
Uh,
for having us.
Thank you.
All
yeah,
right.
I'm Danny, the current R5 of DYB, and I think you know Murti already from the other interview, and Touki is one of our R4s as well.
So Touki, you have a Twitch channel and as well as a Instagram, and I saw that you have created a Shinchi 42 with Chai, which is very, very cute. Tell us a little bit more about your channel here and your page.
I recently started to stream on Twitch to showcase my art. I'm still pretty new to digital drawing, and I really enjoy it because I get better and better with every piece I'm doing. My Instagram is just for showing my art case, which is finished already, and the streams are mostly about applying watercoloring effects. And yeah, I'm open to any suggestions or from more expert artists out there because, like I said, I'm still pretty new. That's pretty much it.
All right. So if you guys want to get like maybe an artwork drawing, you guys can definitely reach out to Touki in here. You can definitely see she has a few hentais in here. I'm just kidding.
No.
But she's got this pretty cool Guanwin from Call of Dragons. That was a very nice drawing, though. Very detailed. So if you guys want to have, on your album within the game, you guys can definitely reach out to Touki. I will put a link in the description for her socials in here.
Yeah, I'm always open to any inspiration for new arts.
Awesome. So today we're going to talk about a few things in here within the server. Since you guys are the one in the leadership, you guys have better understanding on how things happen within the game. So we struggled in the very beginning, right? We were in Darland, we resurged, and our opponents were very happy, and they were kind of taunting our team. And at one point, I was also like being said that, oh, you chose the wrong team. You should have not joined them. You should have, joined us. But, as you see in the progress, we succeeded. So how did this all, come together in you guys' perspective as the leadership? How did we win the war here?
Well, I think it's mostly about we had better communication between our allies because we have set up a really good Discord on our own, so the communication between DIP and EX is secured very well. Also, like in-game chats, we had well-planned strategies with building flags, so we are reaching the enemies at the same time, so we have no head start. In Forgotten Lands, it wasn't that, to be honest, but in the end, it still worked out. But for Lorcan, we really said, okay, this time we are going to build the flag simultaneously, so no one is reaching the front alone. And we were using our most active times, which, was really successful. And if the enemies had their active times, we were just playing defensive, try to hold, and even if they would get one tower, it wasn't that important. Because as soon as we got active again, we could achieve really good results with our pushes. And we were not giving the enemies any space to breathe because we were, at least in Lorcan, we were permanently pushing them out, give them no time to empty the hospitals. And yeah, we abused their mistakes. For example, when they pushed us into our barricades, we instantly punished them with killing all their troops out. And yeah, I think that was really, it was really hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
And we played with patience and kept cool heads. So we're not getting too aggressive and push into the barricades. We were just waiting for their mistakes. So yeah, you don't have to forget that we were outnumbered all the time. And yeah, we just used that for our own to just keep cool and don't overstay anywhere.
So yeah, a lot of times I did see that on the markers and trying that to kind of force your way into the enemy's territory. And by the way, if you guys are wondering, because the screen is popping with Danny as Touki speak, I believe you guys are living together because I can see the voice.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are
sorry.
together.
Yeah. So just for people who might get confused, this is a story also. There's a story between these two. Maybe we can talk about in the future as they play Call of Dragons together. So that's also a wonderful story. All right. So this is the good part of how we kind of won the war in here. One of the biggest thing I noticed is that you've mentioned about, I also noticed that that they were really outnumbering us, but we were able to succeed. Now, is it also because that we technically have a lot more like average-wise powerful players, or is it just solely on to the strategic, plays that we did?
Well, I think the biggest reason we could manage all the things so good was the spontaneous decisions we had. We didn't have the master plan. We didn't have the plan from A to Z written down, and everything was set already. We were just reacting on their actions, and yeah, we could succeed because we had, like Touki said, such a good communication. So spontaneous things were possible very fast. For example, pushing them in our night times or in their down times, and yeah, just using their disadvantages to our advantages. Yeah.
I think with one of their disadvantages that a lot of them are in the Philippine time zone or Asian time zone, and they're very constricted in comparison to where we are. We're more with the EX and DYB was more international time zone. Is that true or
Yeah.
not?
I think we are split up in 50-50. A lot of us are from Brazilian. Our main core is from Brazilian. The others are from Philippines and Indonesia. So we could manage to build up a 24/7 uptime. I mean, it wasn't possible the whole time that we had like 50 players online, but it was enough to defend in their uptimes and push them back in their downtimes. And I think that was the part that made us win this war.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so eventually we had some fights, right, in Lorcan, and suddenly everything just stopped. What happened here? Because I remember there was messages about peace. So why did Uwu, which is our main opponents that are they're very strong, why did they end up asking for a peace agreement with our coalition?
I cannot speak for Uwu, but my guess is that they were tired to fight because their R5, Elvin, was less active and announced to quit the game. I think it was just demoralizing the people. And I also heard that some members were not happy with some leadership changes, especially with having Reynard Odo as the strategist. I heard a lot of people were not happy with.
Ooh, Reynard Odo. Yeah, I'm looking at him right now. Okay. So, is there anything else you think? But I thought the main leader was Tuk Angol. I thought he was one of the leaders also.
Well, Uncle is the leader of FAC. It was
Oh.
server 18, I think. And they merged together with Ubu. And he was the one that was reaching out to me and I think to Murti as well, but I'm not sure. And he was asking for peace because we had a good relationship in season 2, Uncle and us.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also very respectful towards us, and we were just listening to him and created a group chat and we're chatting each other again. Yeah, and that was what was made us to have an agreement of peace, but the agreement was that Ubu isn't allowed to go in zone 3 for this season at least, and they were offering us to be allies for the next season as well. Well, I think a lot of things happened inside of the Ubu team that made them to do this decision, but because I don't think that they are used to give up that easily. We were all very surprised that this message reached us. We were just preparing ourselves to fight in Lorcan for the rest of the season, to be honest. And we were ready for it, but well, it ended quicker than we expected it to be.
Yeah, it's definitely very quick. And if I remember, you guys fought against Uwu last season. Well, some of you guys played with Uwu and then fought with Uwu as well. So it is definitely kind of shocking that things have kind of ended a lot quicker for the season.
It was a fun season.
Wait, this season or last season?
Yep, this season.
Okay.
This season was fun. Very fun.
All right. Yeah, it is. I mean, I had a lot of fun on the battlefield as well. It's just a wish that, since there's no real losses in here, they could have still, maybe conceded, but still continued to have a friendly fight.
I mean, like Touki said, I only know third-hand things that people say, and you can't really listen to that anyway. But I do suspect that there might not have been the same level of cohesion and cooperation between Fig and Uwu that we had with EX.
Yeah, that is possibly true. I mean, yeah. What are the things that I think about with this game is that whenever you start losing, there's a lot of blaming as well. And I'm not saying that it happened with their team. I'm just saying it's a pretty common factor and how things break down. So if they were winning, it would have been a definitely different situation. They would still probably be together at this point. It would have been a very
100%.
different.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about ES and Fig. Now, I believe ES are some of my friends back in 14, and Fig, I think some of them also were from. Actually, no. I think Fig is 15. I think some of them are the.
Fig is 16 from what I know, and EX is 15. ES should be 14.
14 and 16.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so confusing. But so what happened with this? Why is ES and Fig remain fighting here with us? But actually, I haven't seen them fighting. Are they going to fight us, or what is going on?
Well, it's also a long story, I think, because ES and Fig were allied with Ubu, and suddenly Ubu surrendered to us, and they were alone, and we pushed them back easily because, it was EX and DYB against ES and Fig. And I think Fig and ES reached a point where it wasn't recoverable to go back anytime soon to our zones in Lorcan, for example, or to Forgotten Lands. They also reached out to us and were asking for peace, and maybe we can work together. I think you don't know this now because it's very new. But they aren't fighting anymore. They tried like 2 or 3 days, some farm hunting, and coming in with bear marches. But well, it was very clear that this was nonsense. It didn't have any effect on anything we did in Lorcan. So
they just wanted to farm some merits and not really going to take a fight to win this, I think.
Yeah, right now we're just trading merits. That's all.
Not a real push. So I did notice that there's no more ES. There's no more ES. I just looked into their alliance. There's no more. There's pretty much nobody. So
a lot of ES have come over
to us.
To either us or to EX or to. I think a few have gone to Fig as well.
Oh, where
the
did
Brazilian
OM
core
go?
The Brazilian core went to us. I think OMLA went to Ubu, from what I know. But Noboru, for example, and his friends, they all went to our alliances a few days ago. I think 2 or 3 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
I see. There's been a lot of movement that has been going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So the next one that we're gonna talk about is, they were a team. Uwu, Fig, ES. with this breakdown that they did, what kind of speculations do you guys have as a leadership perspective? Because typically if you surrender, you still stay with your team because this is your coalition when you started with. Why do you think that they broke apart? Like, because Uwu doesn't really, how do I say this? Uwu is now not part of coalition with ES or Fig, right?
Yeah, as you said, we can only speculate, and I can only tell you the things I heard and I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard there are just some internal issues between Uwu and Fig and ES, which pushed them away from each other, sadly, because I was thinking they were good allies and worked together well as a team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, maybe inside it looked different, and it also seemed like that they break up their allies on their boards, I think, because Uwu isn't on their board anymore as an ally.
Oh, wait. I'm looking at Fig board. It's very distracting because they didn't even fix it very nice. It's a lot of HTML still. So when we look into Uwu, it says Family Alliance Uwu to Uwu Fek. All right. Yeah, it's not there, and it's not there. There's no Fig at all in the description.
This is what just from what I've learned this season about the coalition that was against us, is their main goal for most of them seemed to be the destruction of EX. That was all they wanted to do, was kill EX. And I mean, anything based on, there's no growth in that. You know what I mean? It's not a viable way to grow an alliance based on destroying somebody else. Our goal wasn't to destroy anybody this season. It was to have fun fighting. I said that a lot in the last interview. So when they realized their goal wasn't achievable, I think for a lot of people it was like, why am I here? It's not like we're going to do what we said we were going to do. You can lose and still have fun fighting. You can't lose and destroy someone. So I think they had a misguided strategy objective from the start. And when Uwu decided that it wasn't worthwhile for them to continue to try, everything just fell apart from there.
That is very, very true. Because before I, started this season, I was also being invited to leave EX, and because of the drama that happened in the last season due to players being kicked out on certain behemoths on 14, and then of course we also defeated the teams in, I think they are like Crow is in Fig. They used to be, I forgot what their name. Oh, the Frutus Alliance. We defeated them last season, so they were not very happy on EX. That's why they have this kind of retribution approach in this season. But that's a really good point of view coming from Murdy over there. Now, let me ask you guys this question. All right, so we finished this season now, meaning we're 100% sure that we're going to win this anyway. What is the plan into the next season, next merge, and why should other servers look into us into potentially finding allies?
That's a good question, man.
Go for it, R5.
Yeah.
That's not on the script, guys.
It all depends on who do we get next season. We can get like TA, we can get server 32, we can get 22 to 27 or something like that, and we have to adapt to the others. I think we will definitely fight whoever will come, and we will have our fun. We will definitely make new friends if we can. But we don't have the master plan. Like I said, we are not planning like 2 seasons ahead and have the plan of the plans for every season. We will just look and see what is coming next.
The only thing we did so far was just clearing up some internal stuff, because our family grows bigger and bigger and bigger each day, and it's really hard to coordinate a member. So we were just sort of planning how we should manage the huge amount of members in the next season. But as then he said, we cannot plan anything at the moment because we have no clue who is coming, what will be the servers with who we are merging with, and yeah, so just very, very rough plans.
Okay, that's fair. That's good. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna be, looking forward in our next season in here. I think that's pretty much it. I just want to say thank you guys for, giving us all these insight about our current season, and into going into our next season will be definitely fun.
Yeah, 100%.
Amen.